Dante's Boxing Nation, Dante's Cooking Nation. We are out here. Where are we at?
We're out here in Bangkok.
There you go. She's from Ireland. Matter of fact, introduce yourself to the world.
My name's Hannah and I'm from Ireland and I'm the biggest fan of cooking show.
You hear that?
Yeah.
Biggest fan?
And I'm from Ireland. Sorry.
No, I can edit it, don't worry about it. All the way in Bangkok, Thailand, y'all.
No,
I'm gonna get
in
it right.
Ireland as well.
In Ireland, you hear that? DBN is international,
My
guys.
churros are
Yeah, nah, I mean, Canelo's cool and all, but at the end of the day, nothing guarantees the Canelo fight. But sitting here fighting all the other opponents here at Showtime, that's Caleb Plant, that's David Benavidez, that's Char, of course, as well. Those are the fights that we're looking for. But yeah, like I said, Canelo's cool, but those are the big fights that could be made here.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So now that Canelo is on his way out, he's pretty much on the decline right now. David Benavidez, he is now the man to beat at 168. There was a time when a lot of these fighters, they had to get a Canelo Alvarez fight to really propel their career. That's no longer the case. They no longer need Canelo anymore because Canelo is becoming more and more irrelevant every day. And if he ends up fighting against Bivol, which Eddie Hearn is saying that's the only option for him after Ryder, he loses that fight. And we don't know if Canelo even retires from that point on, which is the reason why even Demetrius Andrade, he's not showing too much interest in trying to chase a Canelo Alvarez fight anymore. David Benavidez is not showing a whole lot of interest either, but they are showing more interest in fighting each other. David Benavidez's father and trainer, he came out and revealed that they already have a signed contract to fight Boo Boo Andrade, Charlo, and David Morrell.
I think people just keep thinking about the same thing, you know, that he can't do weight. If he couldn't do weight, we will go to 175. We have a contract for 3 fights. We have Boo Boo Andrade, we have Charlo, we have David Morrell. You know, if everything goes well, then I'm pretty sure it's going to go well. So I wouldn't sign that contract for 168 if I didn't think he was going to do 168.
Now let's talk about that real quick. You heard Jose Benavidez. He mentioned a lot of people, you know, they talk about David Benavidez basically being too big and he's struggling to make weight. You heard Jose, he said, if we were struggling to make weight, we would have just moved up to 175. But he's making weight and he doesn't have a problem making weight, which means this applies to the Devin Haney situation and any other fighter that people want to say, oh, they're too big for the weight class. If you can make the weight, then there is no advantage or disadvantage for either fighter. Matter of fact, if there is any type of disadvantage, it might be for the bigger guy because he has to train harder just to make the weight. And then there's the concerns of him being drained. And we've never seen David Benavidez or Devin Haney look drained in a fight. With that being said, you know, it's been a long time coming for David Benavidez. David is one of those rare fighters, kind of like a Devin Haney, that has always wanted all of the smoke. I even heard David Benavidez said, look, man, you know, regardless if I win or lose, I want to find out how good I am. That's what you call a fighter who is really trying to challenge himself. Just when it looked like David Benavidez would never get the opportunity and many other fighters would never get the opportunity to get that signature win, now all of a sudden, David is in position to where he has many options. It reminds me of the Errol Spence situation before he got the Kell Brook fight, you know, or even after he beat Kell Brook, nobody wanted to fight him. But eventually, you know, it took some time, but eventually everyone wanted to fight him, including people like Keith Thurman. So at least he started to say. David is now in that same situation. He went from having no options to having all of the options. And according to his trainer, David Benavidez is about to be in the toughest fights of his career, possibly back to back to back. I think there's a very good chance his next opponent could be Demetrius Andrade. Andrade has already made it very clear that if he can't get Charlo next, he's going to be fighting the winner of Plant Benavidez. Unless Andrade is going to end up fighting Charlo, because Charlo also said that he was preparing for Andrade next. And if that's the case, there's a very good chance that we could even get David Benavidez versus David Morrell. Morrell just might be the toughest challenge for Benavidez, especially considering the fact that he's a natural super middleweight. We really don't know how Charlo is going to look because he's moving up in weight. We've never seen him fight at 168 before, and his last fight was the worst performance of his career. Now, this could all motivate Jermall Charlo to look better than he's ever looked before, or he could possibly be on the decline. We're just going to have to see how he looks in his next fight. But we're not even sure if his next fight is going to be at 168, which would make no sense to me for him to still be fighting at 160, because all of the big fights are now at 168. I told you guys Morrell would be Benavidez's toughest fight possibly, but Andrade is up there as well. I think the better the opposition, the better Andrade usually performs. But he is still, once again, moving up in weight. I mean, he just had his first fight at 168, but we're going to really see how he looks against top-level opposition at 168. So with all these possible opponents next for David Benavidez, his announcement for his next fight should be a pretty big announcement. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one.
One of the most anticipated dog breedings has finally been confirmed. The pups from this pairing of Zeta and DMX will be born very soon. We are now accepting deposits. Our pups will come with ears cropped and a 2-year health guarantee. Get ahead of the pack on purchasing a puppy by contacting NWA Cane Corsos on Instagram at NWA Cane Corsos. Call or text 479-326-1603 with any questions. A guard dog is your first line of defense. These will be the right pups for the job.
All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, the fever blisters, diabetic ulcers, this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called LO Key Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to lodekey.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram. Let me tell you guys about Issa Israel Law Firm. It is a full-service legal practice based in Denver, Colorado, an emerging hub for combat sports and high-altitude training. If you're a fighter inside or outside of the ring and you need a law firm you can trust to fight for you, visit thefighterfirm.com or email help@iilawfirm.com. Legal representation is usually limited to plaintiffs or defendants in Colorado, but iFirm can help anyone in the world with trademarking their business name, logos, and U.S. immigration issues. This brother has been my attorney for a while and helped guide me through all kinds of business and civil issues, so make sure you guys go to thefighterfirm.com.